Well, this is what I actually have to say. I was a mother of four children. September 24th of 2013, I had a 22-year-old son who was shot in the back and is now quadriplegic. For the last 5 years, I've been fighting for the life of my son. This happened in Chicago. I am now located to take care of my son in Indiana. My son was allowed 16 hours a day, 7 days out of the week for a home health care agency to come in to help me to take care of him. This has not happened. I take care of my son by myself, which I've really been doing since he's been injured. Besides 1 year. And that's when he moved to Indiana with his father and girlfriend. It hurt me to see the struggle that my son have to go through just to breathe, let alone not getting the health care that he should be getting. He's a quadriplegic on a ventilator. He have been injured so many times, not just from the gunshot wound, but from hospitals, nursing homes, home health agencies. My son's bed was broke by one of the nurses who came in and cared for him. He broke his pump and his mattress. This was back in June of 2018. So instead of them replacing his bed, because he had to be on a special bed because he had bed wounds, because of the fact that he didn't have a proper bed. And even though the health care agency knew that my son's bed was broke, they bring a bed that was not fit for a quadriplegic on a ventilator. Bear with me. It's hard. Not hard taking care of him, but hard to get the assistance that the state of Illinois and Indiana say your child should get, or your mother, father, your kids. He's on traditional Medicare. Okay. He has a diaphragm that no doctor up here know about. He was injured in the hospital just back in February. I sent my son to the hospital to take him to the hospital because he said our son's eyes was rolling in the back of his head. Told his dad, well, maybe he's going into a diabetic coma or something. Get him to the hospital. Remind you, 2 days before that, I sent him to the hospital for bed wounds. They never addressed that. So while my son was in the hospital, I talked to the doctors because I lived in Bloomington, Illinois, to let them know my son, because they didn't know anything about him. I asked them to call his doctor at Northwestern Hospital. He's a chronic respiratory vent dependency. While he was in his hospital, they removed my son Troy without taking the saline out of his trach, which caused his lungs to collapse. My son have had many injuries from the county, Strolgers, RML was a rehab nursing home. So much badness happened to him now. I stayed with my son every day at the hospital from September of 2013 to June of 2014. He went to Kendrick Nursing Home. They even put a Texas capital on my son and wrapped his penis with box tape that we box when we moving, packing tape. Could you imagine that when I saw that as a mother, that her son penis is wrapped with a Texas capital with box tape around it? Or leaving him in a cold room in January. When it was below zero minus. They wouldn't let me stay with my son because I'm an activist for my son. Everything that's been going on, I have called the news. I have called the state. My son might get 5 hours 3 times a week. He might get 8 hours. Not that much. Maybe 12. Because the state of Indiana do not have the nursing staff that they need for the disabled people. But see, my point is, if he's entitled to 16 hours a day and you're only giving him 5, what are you really reporting to the state? When I asked them for my son hours, ever since May of 2018 and June, they tell me, oh, I can't give you the hours because our license number is on these papers. Your license number is on every paper that they approve you for my son when I get it. I express that to them. Right now I have to watch my son on a bed that don't even alternate and watching him in pain that he shouldn't be in. I wonder how many parents go through this. Are trying to find out about their son, care, their children, care, from Illinois to Indiana. It's like they say, put them in a nursing home. Oh, we don't have to have these nurses. But in your contract, in your health care contract, these are the things that you say that you, the state of Indiana, supply for the disabled, and it's not there. Transportation is not there to get them back and forth to the doctors that they need to go to. They take them off of the medications that they've been on. Is this fair? I don't know what my son's life gonna be like living up here. I don't understand it. I got complaints in all the way from 2013. These people are still in business, still stealing from the state. They didn't replace his bed. So now I had to go to court to fight for my son to get the bed that he had. It's so many lies being told, but me, I kept a lot of paperwork. I took pictures because of the fact that they don't even have insurance if they nurses break something on a patient, bed, home, anything, no insurance. I would think a home health care agency has insurance, but how could they have insurance when they really don't even have insurance for their own nurses? Last year, the same home health agency, I never signed one time sheet. I asked them to fax the time sheet to me so I couldn't, sign it. Lady wasn't doing anything. Each one of these nurses coming here, they don't know how to suction my son. They don't know how to do a bowel program. It's just like nurses with a uniform on, but really not a nurse. I had to take his trait out. I did all his wound care. Yes, the wounds have healed. Thank you, Jehovah. Took me 5 months. I didn't even have the wound care things I needed to heal his wounds. But I did a good job because I love my son. Nobody knows until it happened to them. So many people up here are fighting for their loved ones and can't get the things they need for them. And yes, I break down sometimes. Because you constantly seeing your child being injured. Now he's a diabetic. A nurse cut his toenails, dug in it. My son toe turned black. She didn't report it, you know. But I'm always be an advocate for my son and for every disabled person that I know. I just wish us moms could get a grant and just put our kids in a home where we could take care of them. I can't get paid to take care of my son in Indiana because in Illinois they did pay me. But here, they won't pay you if you're their guardian. So how is it they don't pay you, but they don't have nurses? I don't work. I work taking care of my son every single day. Not only do I have my son, I have his son, whose mother just abruptly left him. I have guardianship of him. The state of Indiana, they're not going to help me. I don't know this little boy mama. I never even met him. All I know is that's my grandson. That's what was told to me, and I'm taking care of him even without Indiana helping me. They only pay a person. If you don't get a home care agency, they only pay them $9.20 an hour. Who's going to come from Illinois to Indiana and work on a patient like that? These nurses getting paid over $20 an hour. They come in here, everything is done. Because I do everything for my son in the morning. I have to feed him. I have to give him a bowel program. I have to administer his medication. I had to suction him. I had to turn him. And I could promise you not one nurse ever turned my son every 2 hours that they've been here or when they do come here. or when they don't even show up or call you. This just got to stop. This has just got to stop. We got so many state workers that is billing the state for things for things they not even doing. They don't do anything. They might feed my son if I cook. They supposed to cook. Oh, they will fold his clothes if they washed or dried. I try to make sure that's done where they only just gotta fold his clothes. So if they not doing their work, then I have to do it. I want you to see for yourself because the nurse was here last night. And that nurse that was here last night only folded one load of clothes. But when you look, I want you to understand how much more that she could have done. So much more she could have done. Look at my son's room. Things that could have been organized. Here's his son. He's sick. I got to take care of him. He's running a fever. A nurse should be here. A nurse should be here. Look at this. This is how she left it. Look. 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 This is how she left his room. His room should have been straight, but I got to do it. This is my son. His name is Daryl Aiken. What you need me to do, son? This is his trait that I had to change today. He's a good boy. He's a good man. He's not a boy. He's 28 years old now. This is his foot. We are not giving up. They wanted us to stop, but we are not giving up. See? This is his foot. This is his ventilator. Right now, he's taking 20 breaths per minute. I have to teach the nurses everything about him. This is a circuit. I can't even get half of them to help me put them in a chair because they got so many medical issues going on themselves. But my main thing is getting my son bed and finding out how many hours they reporting to the state that I'm in here doing all this work for. I just don't get it. And it's not going to bother them until it's one of their family members. What do? Seem like everybody's hand is in the pot. All the way up to the state. Well, can you send me the hours that she been reporting? Or we're going to investigate it. It's no way you sending only 5 hours a day or 3 hours or even 12 hours every day when that disabled person's supposed to have 16 hours. It's sad, but nobody speak about it. You can't even barely get lawyers to help you because everybody's hand is in a pot when it comes to these hospitals. Everybody afraid of the state of Illinois, the state of Indiana. What? I guess I got to move my son to Minnesota. They supposed to be so much better. No, no, I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do, I'm going to fight and be an advocate for my son. And I'm not through. When we go to court about my son bed and how he was treated and left in pain on a bed that was not his, I just don't know. But I guarantee you, we all gonna get to the bottom of it. Yes, we are. It's sad. My life is my son. To make sure that he get the best care that he's supposed to get in any state he's at. We got mothers who cannot even work, who can't even go out. I could barely go and get his medication unless one of my family members come in. Go, get it from me, bring me food, bring him food. Because these nurses is not here. I don't wish this on no mother. And even though you miss your child who been killed or passed away, because I have, I miss my child. I had a child die January the 20th of 2017. Came home sick. I'm running from room to room taking care of both of my boys. He was 22. I miss him. I miss him a lot. But again, the injuries from the hospitals, the medication and antibiotics they put him on, helped kill him too. And well, I couldn't help him. There wasn't nothing that I can do. The love that I always had for my children, I always took care of them. I would give my life. And like I tell my family, no matter how they feel, for my sons and my daughter, to take care of them. If they cannot, take care of themselves. So, everybody sit back and they watch. Nobody complain. I complain. I got kicked out the hospital for complaining. How do you get a gallon of bleach and sanitize and wipe a patient room down while you got nurses suctioning him? That is abuse. A urethra trauma, a cut colon. But everybody had and changed the whole scenario on paperwork. Each hospital take care of each hospital. They're not going to tell them that that hospital made a mistake. They say accidentally. No, it's not accidentally. Because I told you do not remove my son Trey. Because you don't know about his health. So he's not an experiment. I would not let nobody experiment on my son. Because the first time I did, he's left with a diaphragm in him that he can't even get the supplies for. Which they told us If he got this diaphragm, he wouldn't need the vent. After they put it in him, that wasn't true. Stand up for your people. Stand up for your people. Stand up for your children. Stand up for your mother. Stand up for your son. Stand up for your daughters that's disabled. Stop thinking it's okay. Whatever the state tell you, it's not true. It's just nobody report them. He's not my husband. He's my son. He's grown. And like I said again, in the state of Indiana, I can't get paid to take care of him because I'm his guardian. Who else going to be his guardian? Could somebody please tell me that? His daddy didn't want to be his guardian. He didn't want that on him. He thought he might have to spend too much money out of his pocket. I help other people because I know what they go through. I really do. I take the money I have and pay people to come and sit with my son to do things for us. Yes, I do. And I don't even work. This is a cruel system. A lies, deceit. My main thing that I want to do in order to help me is to take my son out of this state, find a place where he never have to move again. I can't keep moving him around. I need a state that can have the nurses, physical therapists. They told my son couldn't even get physical therapy up here. It's whatever the physical therapies say on the paper. Physical therapy say whatever I've been doing is good enough. That's why you need them to come in. So you, as the caregiver, can get a break. It's not because I do it because I have to do it. How long do you think that a patient on a ventilator gonna survive? They offer me everything to put my son in a home. No, he been in a home. And I stayed right there with him. And even when they didn't let me spend the night, I slept outside in the car until I could see him that morning. Talk, make complaints. Stop talking to these case managers. They don't care. They're not trying to help you. My son, case manager in Illinois or Indiana, could never answer no question. They always just say, you're a good advocate. You know what you're doing. You this, you that. But I would never lie to nobody. I'm not going to go to Springfield and act like I'm being put in jail when I'm really not for people to listen to me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to defraud people. I'm not going to act like I'm a bum for people to help me or my son. I'm not going to do that. Because people do what they want to do from their heart. And when you lose a child and you fight for another child, that's the hardest thing a mom could go through. And that's the honest to God truth. Everything that's being done, it's coming out. But they only get rid of the people they want to get rid of. But when I go to court, I am going to speak up for my son because he deserves everything that this state says that they give to the disabled. Thank you for watching. Whew. I just really don't. So hopefully people will start talking and listening. This is actually the end of my video. But of course,